I thought this was going to be a topic that manifested in a brief but white-hot dumpster fire, and then died down after a bit, but no. Here we are now in what a lot of people are calling Gamergate 2. Or hell, maybe the original Gamergate never died because, holy shit, it's the same fucking terrible people doing the same fucking bullshit once again. And I can't keep up with all this nonsense, so if you want to know how deep this specific rabbit hole goes, here's a couple of videos you can check out. What I want to do with this video is not talk specifically about the Sweet Baby Inc. drama, because there's plenty of other channels that have kept up on all the info out there. I just want to talk generally about why I don't want not just Sweet Baby Inc., but any and all corporate consultancy groups like them in games. Period. You don't need them. They have no place here. This video is all coming from an entirely consumer perspective, so feel free to take anything I say with a grain of salt, as I'm not an industry insider or anything. With that said, the only two purposes consultancy groups like this appear to serve are a net negative to the gaming industry. The first main purpose is to change the game according to their sensibilities. Usually this is described by these types as making the game for a quote-unquote wider audience or quote-unquote modern audience. What this meaningless corporate buzzword usually means is one or more of several things. 1. Censorship. Toning the game down in certain ways for the sake of getting a lower age rating, or just out of fear of offending certain people or groups. 2. Diversity and representation. In the minds of these corpos, this means changing the characteristics, demographics, etc. of the characters within a game to cater to what they think are a new audience, or a potential new audience. 3. Including themes into a story that align with certain ideologies and groups, such as the previously mentioned imaginary new/modern audience, or whatever groups of activists the corporate executives currently align with. And 4. Dumbing things down for the lowest common denominator. The problem with any of these things is that they will often clash with the actual writers and creators' vision for the game. Actual writers and creators. Which means these companies' involvement is a very strong indication that the game is compromised in some way, probably won't reach its full potential, and probably won't serve its actual target audience, the fans, as well as it could have otherwise. The second main purpose is compensation. For example, a company may hire a narrative consultant company such as Sweet Baby Inc. to write for them, because their own writers are either non-existent or incompetent. Even in cases such as this, what the consultancy company wants and what the original creators want, incompetent as they may be, will still clash, and the end result will still most likely be something subpar. Remember, these companies do not serve you, the actual gamers, whatsoever. Their target audience are investors and activists, two groups who don't give a singular fuck about video games as a form of entertainment or as an art form. To them, video games are just a means to an end, to get as much money out of your wallets as possible, and to spread their propaganda to as wide of an audience as possible. Your enjoyment be damned. Keep this in mind if you have kids of your own too. Pay attention to and look into what they are playing, as they can just as easily spread propaganda through these games as they can through any other form of entertainment out there. Another important thing to teach kids is the value of money, so don't let these companies trick them into wanting to waste their money on all the worthless microtransactions and all that horseshit that plagues video games these days. Now back to the main topic and the whole catalyst for this Gamergate 2 situation. What if I also told you that Sweet Baby Inc. is a racist terrorist group? Sounds insane, right? Interestingly enough, I could say that verbatim, and it wouldn't be an entirely inaccurate statement, based on their own words and actions.
And I remember there's another project where someone said, oh, we want to have a tourist character come in and she's going to be French. So I said, okay, well, let's make her a person of color. Maybe she could be Korean or something. And they said, no, she's already French. And I thought, okay, well, I want to do better than this. French. I want to do better than this. If you're a creative working in AAA, which I did for many, many years, put this stuff up to your higher-ups. And if they don't see the value in what you're asking for when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want.
And just terrify them.
Yeah, not a good look, huh? I wouldn't be surprised if most, if not all, of the other consultancy groups operate in a very similar way. Pro-racism, pro-harassment, pro-extortion, and even pro-corruption. There's actually a massive rabbit hole involving this company, several other companies, some of the worst game journalists out there, several bad actors from the original Gamergate, and even the Department of Homeland Security? This is the part where shit started to get crazy and I had a hard time keeping up, but holy shit, get my goddamn tax money out of this. Oh, and reminder, all of this blew up into the shit show it is now because one Brazilian man decided to tell people on Steam which games Sweet Baby Inc. worked on. They don't want you to know what they are doing. So I think I'm entirely justified in saying that I don't want any of these groups in video games. Period. To wrap this all up, here's what I want the main takeaways from this video to be. If you're a game company and you hire on corpo consultants like Sweet Baby Inc., it means one of two things to me. Either you want to pander to certain types of people who don't play or care about video games, and it will be a worse experience for us as a result. Or your game is trash. You don't have confidence in it, and you have to rely on third parties to bring your game to a state you think is acceptable. Either way, I won't be supporting your game. That's all for this probably waste of time video. I hope it was at least somewhat understandable where I'm coming from on this topic as a certified gamer, dude. Just know that if you're skeptical of, fully against, or even simply have questions about these types of corpo diversity or whatever consultant groups, you're not racist, you're not sexist, you're not a piece of shit, and you're not alone. That Steam curator is pushing 350,000 followers after all. I probably won't make another video on topics like these unless something really insane happens, I guess. I also don't want to talk about it on my RNG series anymore, but I'll probably have to in some way anyway, because it just won't fucking die. So, well, I'll try to keep it entertaining at least. Regardless, thanks for watching. I've been streaming a bunch of Metroidvanias lately in preparation for an eventual top 20 Metroidvanias video, so feel free to drop by and check those out. Chat's open to any topic you want while I stream. Or if you like a bit of chaos. Every Monday night at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, I host a public free-for-all arena for Smash Ultimate. I have some older countdown videos you should also check out if you're interested. Don't forget to bust all over that like button and share the video around if you know anyone who may be interested. Drop a comment and let me know what you think, subscribe for more garbage from me, pop in the Discord if you want to say hi or call me gay, follow me on the Twitter or X even though I never post there, or catch my vids on Rumble or Odyssey. And remember, with this utter shit show of a gaming industry, have high standards, low expectations.